He takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They want to run it left here. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Power football with the run. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
Pocket breaking down. Going to try to get it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a crease to the left. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes the catch. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half, as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this defense starting to become a common thread, man. First drive, they forced the INT after having 4 picks last week. They are finding the football. Nice way to start this football game.
Offense in a bunch formation. Pulls and fires complete. Oh, he's got some space.
this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
The Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Trying to beat him to the left. Shakes off the defender. Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it between the tackles to the outside. Get these big fellas running eastwards.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's going for the big play. Pulls it in on the right. He's loose down the middle. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Gonna run it. It's Knowles. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man in the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that 3rd down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
On his way back from the 20. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And they'll give it to him. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Handoff from the gun. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Sun Devils will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the run. There he goes. Discards him with the stiff arm. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've come to the end of 1, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've got a first down here to open the period. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Here's the handoff. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line.
And it's nice to be an offense coordinator and go, all right, run it. Like, run it again. Run it again. 5 straight runs, moving the sticks, all easy, high percentage runs, keeping the ball on the ground. They must think they have a physical advantage up front.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
The Sun Devils have their offense in high gear. Off-play action on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
And the Sun Devils can really attack on this second and short. They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Send the tight end in motion. Making side adjustments here. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Working a big follow to the corner. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
To the air on first down. On the run, still looking. On the run, deep down the right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Yeah, and you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Sharp. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. LSU right back to the line. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas A&M overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from College Station, these Aggies got to be thrilled with this result. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. To the ground with the back. Turning it on. Past the 30. 10. Touchdown, Sun Devils. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up. If you watch the way they run their offense, usually it starts with the physicality and the grit.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the running back. Powers through the defender. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situations. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
The kick is on its way. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. The give to the tailback. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And off from the shotgun. Got the first down and more. On the move at the 30. Oh, he's getting ahead. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Arizona State.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They'll try the run. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Trying to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll take a shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It is good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sun Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Using the quick game. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They go to the ground. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Breaks the tackle. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Sun Devils in the hurry up. Toss sweep to the right. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, trying to get behind the defense. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Using his legs, it's Knowles. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Michigan is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ann Arbor for a long time. They're up by 17 over Penn State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
The Sun Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. Here's a quick throw out to the left. There he goes. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
second and a long way to go. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Moving away from pressure. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
He has the first and still on his feet. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Give to the running back. Brings him to the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Quarterback will keep it. Runs through a tackle. And runs through another guy. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he's got it inside the 20. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Might be looking to run. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Opportunity to crawl within a touchdown, but the missed field goal leaves us with a 9-point game. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll leave it with him. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Old school running games, this has been the game for you, and a couple of guys who start through the first 3 periods. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Takes the easy completion. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
At the 40, there he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give it to him again. And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quickly complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this right. You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Looking for a push on fourth down. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
It's a reverse. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They've got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
The option look. He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
I love it. I love first down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
Quarterback may change this route. Here's the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
Gonna look downfield again. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got an open man. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Looking for a huge play. Picked off to stop the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They are backed up, defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Reads it, fires complete. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Man, what a great play by that quarterback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in down the middle.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Now facing a third and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Complete to the left. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Sun Devils are in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Throwing on the run. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes on the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Unloads it left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. Oh, they're after him. He's going to take off. Snowed under by the defense. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on third. Bring in the heat. Fires on the move. Got him, and nobody's close. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays.
A shot for the end zone. Intercepted. I guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue.
And, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running to the left. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Both of these teams are